Morning, it's October 31st. Nothing scary about that. In fact, when I think about this date, I don't think so much about Halloween as I think about the Reformation starting a little more than 500 years ago now, when Martin Luther nailed his theses to the Wittenberg um, city church. And that began the Reformation, which was, I think, a very significant time in church history. Lots of good things came out of that. Of course, lots of difficult things came out of it as well, but very important. And so on a day like that, it is good to remember what is the point of salvation. And Hebrews 2 does a really good job of showing us that salvation, as God has instituted it, is not for angels, but for people. And this is good news for us because we are people. And so Jesus didn't come to earth as an angel. He came as a human being. And Hebrews makes that point over and over again. It's not that Jesus is anything less than an angel, but he is, for a little while, put under them in terms of station, and lives with us on earth so that he can redeem us. And I think I'll start with verse 14 of chapter 2. It says this: Since the children have flesh and blood, that is us, he too shared in the humanity, that he too is God in the flesh, that is Jesus for us, so that by his death he might break the power of him who holds the power of death, that is the devil, and free those who all their lives were held in slavery by the fear of death. For surely it is not angels he helps, but Abraham's descendants. For this reason he had to be made like them, fully human in every way, in order that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in service to God, and that he might make atonement for the sins of the people, because he himself suffered when he was tempted, but he is able to help those who are being tempted. And so Jesus brings salvation to human beings. And this is really good news for us. Again, not for angels, although angels are amazed when they watch what God has done. And that's a big point of what's going on here. And so the author of the Hebrews is reassuring his audience that this salvation is an amazing thing, not for angels, but for human beings. And so we are amazed by that and immensely blessed because God has initiated salvation for us by becoming a man and dwelling with us. And that is the good news of the gospel.